Hey guys, how are you? Today we have a very cool, very rare, very unique car behind me. This is a 1969 Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL. This is the 6.3. I think there are 6,000 of these made. Who knows how many are left on the road? I don't know. This is a big deal of a car. I'm gonna show you some more about it. I titled this video Barn Find. It's a kind of a loose definition of the word barn find. It sat in a garage for 40 years. So not really a barn. It wasn't sitting amongst the bales of hay and the horses and the goats and the livestock. It was sitting amongst concrete pavement garage. But let's be honest, we would rather it be in a garage than in a barn just for the sake of the condition of the car. And this car is in great condition. Now, first off, I gotta thank Frank. Frank is the guy who had this car, and the fact that he thought of me to take on this project and have this car, amazing. So thank you very much, Frank. His son Andrew helped facilitate a lot of things too. I'll shout a few people out in this video that have been very helpful in this journey. Let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's just start with under the hood, right? This beautiful engine right here. This is the 6.3 M100 motor. Now, if you watch any videos about this car, they're gonna tell you about the origins of this. This was in a limo used by like diplomats and terrorists and who knows who else, right? Some crazy engineer put it in one of these cars, blah, 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 blah. This car got made. That is the lore and the legend of this car. What they won't tell you is that since he crammed it in here, you have about a little bit less than zero space to work on anything in here. So, good luck, I'll tell you that much. Actually, pulling spark plugs wasn't super hard. But like, once I get down here to like the fuel distributor and stuff, that's gonna be a big old nightmare. And I'll give you the synopsis here. This car should start right up and drive, but it sat for 40 years, almost 41 years. And so all the fuel in the system has to be removed. Every trace of all the old fuel has to be removed before I can even try to start this car. The fuel filter I got out, cleaned out. There's a new fuel filter in there. Fuel pump, it doesn't look like it, but this is a rebuilt fuel pump. You can tell from the new hardware. Nice and shiny. I've already dropped the fuel tank, thanks to having an Advantage lift. It gave me an advantage when dropping my fuel tank. That was funny, right? Okay. So as of like 2 weeks ago, I've pumped Marvel Mystery Oil in all the cylinders. Took out all the spark plugs. Spark plugs are here. Let me show you here. Are all the spark plugs, old Bosch spark plugs. So there's only a few things wrong with this car. There's small things like this. Like this, I need one of these little tit lights. I need a reflector for the side here. As far as lights, everything else, all the other lights are on and I think they work. I would assume. But they're all on and everything, tail lights are on. So after the fuel, the air ride is really the only other major concern. Actually, let me show you the interior before we lift this car up. Look at that. There's something special about that. This leather in here there's not a rip, there's nothing. And I think it's like the MB Tex. I don't think it's actual leather. It is perforated. It feels very soft. Supple, pliable. I don't know any other borderline erotic words for leather, but soft and supple and pliable seem erotic enough. Show you the back seat here. Oh, that door doesn't open. That's another thing. That door does not open. Let's go around and show you the back seat this way. This is the back seat. I have the cool Kangol seat belts. I think it's kind of a rare-ish option, but I'm not sure. Let's hop in this thing. Oh my God. Look at the whole front of this. That Zebrano wood is so cool. It is really, really cool. There's the gauges. And this has 89,000 miles on it. Listen to the sound of this door closing. Listen to that. So yeah, the interior on this thing is great. It is so cool. I can't wait to drive this around. This is gonna be amazing. Now, let's get this thing up on the lift. Actually, let's look at the paint first. You would think with the gold there that it was a factory gold car, but that's just like the old Cosmoline coating. You can see where it's getting scratched off down there. It's like the old Cosmoline stuff or whatever the Germans used to coat it back in the day. But you can see like the hood, I mean, it's got some pretty deep scratches in it. I mean, you should be able to see those are pretty deep. I don't know how much of this, I don't know paint very well, so I don't know how much of this is like stuff I can get off of there. I just don't know. But this was a silver car, and I'm gonna paint it silver. If I'm assuming, like, I mean, there's like spots up here where it's just like ate through. The roof is the worst part as far as the body is. The roof is the only concern as far as the body. There's no rust anywhere. I'll put the lift up and I'll show you. There's no rust anywhere. But like that sucks. That sucks. Forget about the trunk here. Here's the rear of the car. And I figured I'd show you inside the trunk here. This is the trunk. We got some bags full of Mercedes parts and stuff. We got a new oil filter. Got a nice fresh oil filter, I tell you what. And then the coolest thing was this. This was in there. It's like an old Mercedes toolkit. There's like a drop forged Germany hammer. There's a little swivel socket thing. It's got these swivel joints on it. And all these tools, which are like completely unused. All these wrenches. They'll say Mercedes-Benz on them, and then the other side say Dowadat. So it's a whole wrench set, some pliers. This is maybe like a line puller or something, I'm not sure. All kinds of Allen wrenches. Mercedes-Benz screwdriver. This is the handle for something for torque. So really cool toolkit. So let's get this up on the lift and show you the underside. There's no fuel tank in here, as you can see. It's been dropped. My thinking is, so the main thing I have to do is clean out all the fuel lines. So I'm gonna start with this main line here. I'm gonna pump lacquer thinner from this main line all the way through to where the fuel filter banjo bolt is down there, and put a bucket underneath there, or like the maybe like the oil catch can from the lift. I'll put it under there and just pump that full of lacquer thinner and clean that out real well. And then this return line, I think I'll have to figure out how to pump that through from the front, from by the distributor. If there's anybody that knows this stuff that can help, let me know. Also, if you need help with stuff like this, there has been a guy that's been like a wealth of information. His channel's called Mercedes Maintenance. I'll link it down below. He has one of these that he's building that's really, really cool. He's like, I think he's like totally rebuilding the block and everything. Like it's a full rebuild. He's got a great set of information on his channel about these cars. So I'll link his thing down. It's just Mercedes Maintenance. But I'll link his channel down below too. But see this banjo bolt here? I've got that run down to the under the bumper here, and I think I can run lacquer thinner from all the way at the back there through here and just pump it through with like a little fluid pump. And that will clean out this line probably. Now you're gonna see some stuff, some damage here. This is what the shipping company did that shipped it. With the guy that tried to get it off the trailer, tried to jack it by the radiator. The car almost fell off the trailer. I about lost my mind. But as you can see under here, no rust. Still got the undercoating on it and everything. Let's go from the outside so you can see the rockers and stuff. Look at all that. It's so nice. It's so, so nice. Now I think that, and I'm not sure, maybe somebody could help me out with this. I think there's a bushing in here that this car sat with the swing axle up because it was just sunk down. I think this car sat for so long that I think there's a bushing in here I'm gonna have to replace, but I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. And then the air suspension you'll see here is just like, I've pumped air, quite a bit of air I rigged up a little system here. If your air suspension's down, there's a canister right there. See that canister that line's running to? This canister up here, there's a Schrader valve, and you can pump air into that. I think it's like 100, 200 something. I mean, a lot of PSI, but mine leaks somewhere. While I have this out, I'm gonna try and pump it up again and see where it leaks, but I feel like I hear the leak coming from here. See, that one's like full, and this one is like collapsed in the back. And then on the front, this one is pretty much toast looking, and this one is pretty much toast looking as well. So what I'm thinking for suspension is I could spend $300 a piece and get new air bellows in here and hope that all these lines work and hope that this little valve thing works as well. Or I could go the custom route, and for like $1,600-1,700 I can have a full new custom system like I forget, the Twisted Images makes a whole set. They make custom suspension hardware to fit airbags in. And now I'm not the guy that like dumps his air suspension out and like rides around like that. I'm not that guy, but it would be nice to have all modern lines, all modern bags for, and I can control exactly where I want my height at with a controller versus the Mercedes controller, which has the neutral spot, the low, and then the high. It has like the lock spot, the normal, and then high. That's all it has. So if I wanted to lower this car like an inch or two, yes, I could go in here with this and take this linkage and shorten this linkage up and then try to figure out the front, or I could get custom airbags and put it in there, and then if I want to lower it an inch or two to where it rides a little bit lower and it looks a little bit better, which I think it will if you lower it like an inch or two, that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay, it's hot, I'm sweating. If there's anything you want to know about these cars, I would consider joining the 300 SEL 6.3 M100 Facebook groups. You could, the Mercedes maintenance guy, his channel is Mercedes Maintenance. I'll link it down below. Ton of information on there, and he knows so much about these cars. He's been a big help for me. And trying to source parts, that'll be another thing that'll come in handy if you know these guys. You need parts, like I need a light for the front. I can't just go to O'Reilly's and get a light for the front of this thing. I got to find somebody that has one. So this car is really rare. It's really cool. I'm going to do a good job on this car. It'll be such a cool car to drive. I can't wait. I have 3 Mercedes now. I have this 1985 300D, the turbo diesel with the OM617 motor, also from Frank. Thank you, Frank. And I have, amongst all the other cars, I have my 1986 560 SEC, which is like the first Mercedes that I owned. And that has been, honestly, after the first few hiccups of owning it, it's been great. I've been almost pretty much daily driving that car. So this is going to be my 3rd Mercedes, which is a lot. I'm up to like 13 cars now. So wish me luck, guys. Anyways, any questions you have, throw them in the comments down below. If you like this car and you want to see more about it, you can subscribe if you want. Hit the like button on the video if you liked it. Maybe help more people find it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.